Hey everyone, this is Gander. I am here at MLG Orlando, and with me is Liquid TLO. And this guy is in a lot of interviews. So I'm going to ask him the questions that I've been wanting to ask him the entire time. TLO, you've played a lot of different races. Can you tell me and the viewers what it's like to be proficient with all those different races, and how that affects your ability to play the game?
Well, I mean, obviously now I decided on Terran, but before playing all the races, it was kind of fun and gives you a huge edge because you can always surprise your opponent. Basically your opponent cannot prepare for the matchup against you at all because he doesn't know what's coming. If you play random, he has to scout early or he has to make a guess, and he can't play a specific build order that is meant for TVC, but he has to play a general build order which is kind of good against everything, but not really good against everything, but more like average. So it was fun, but it's too difficult playing 3 races because you yourself also have to prepare for 9 matchups, and I couldn't do that. So I settled on Terran, which I'm quite happy about.
If theoretically there were an off-race tournament where you couldn't play as your main race, how well do you think you'd do?
I would probably do okay. I'm playing a little bit of Zerg, like 1 or 2 games a day, just for fun still, and I still got it with Zerg, more or less. So I'd probably do better than most people because I actually played random and other races. More would be pretty good too because he plays Zerg and Terran, and there's a couple of people who switch races, so all of those people would have a pretty good shot.
And out of all of those different races, they all have different ways of macro and keeping up with their production and micro and such. Now, is there any real crossover between the races that sort of helps you play when you play different ones, or are they all sort of their own distinct thing?
Well, honestly, I think if you're good at Terran, you're going to be good at Protoss and Zerg too. It's just a matter of practice. It's all the same skills, more or less. I mean, it's all mouse keyboard. It's all clicking, it's all timing, so it's all very similar. It's much more similar than people actually think. So I think it's no problem.
And the next thing that I wanted to ask about is, for a while you were laid up with RSI in your wrists, and you've recovered pretty well. We're seeing you play again, and I'm really happy to see you back out at the events. Can you talk a little bit about the maintenance? What goes into keeping yourself well so you can continue playing? Because in my family suffers from arthritis, and I have a little bit of that myself. And some other people out there are wondering what people can do to kind of keep themselves well.
Well, I mean, it's actually pretty simple, more or less. You just have to keep yourself fit. I do a lot of sports now. I do a lot of stretches every day. I hope to find time to start yoga. Yoga is great, it just helps with everything. Swimming is probably the best sport you can do against arthritis, against RSI in general too. And other than that, try to stay relaxed, have a good posture, don't tense up, and take regular breaks from the PC, and then you should be fine.
Excellent. And it's also known, maybe not to everyone out there, that you played Supreme Commander a lot before you played StarCraft and StarCraft 2. Which race did you play in SupCom?
I actually switched around races in SupCom too. I started as Aeon, then I played UAF, and then I played Cyber, and for a while I played Random. No big surprise, I guess. I settled on UAF, which is kind of like Terran in Supreme Commander, I guess. So that makes sense.
Now, in an interview, I think it was, maybe not such an interview, but mostly Artosis playing around with his camera, you said that Supreme Commander was real-time strategy and that StarCraft was real-time tactics. Can you sort of explain what you meant by that?
Well, I mean, tactics is more like making small decisions in a battle, while strategy is about winning a war, and Supreme Commander is more like playing a war than StarCraft, because StarCraft is a quick-paced game. It's about quick decisions, some small battles, while Supreme Commander is just a bigger scale of a game. So you have strategy and tactics in Supreme Commander. It's just because it goes on longer and it's more complex.
And the sort of the scale of game is also very different. Whereas in SupCom, you have your base and everything all spread out, and units sort of stream in and move slowly. Is there any carryover between what you learned playing SupCom and you playing StarCraft?
Well, it always carries over. Even if you play Quake 3 or Counter-Strike, you're going to become better at StarCraft. It's just motor skills, it's hand-eye coordination. It's about being quick and being smart. So I think any video game helps you become better at another video game too.
And my last question, Cybran and their little stealth fighters, I play the same race as you settled on. What's the best way to deal with them? Because my friend beats me with those all the time.
It's been so long I've been playing Supreme Commander, but I don't know. Just get good anti-air and good scouting. I mean, it's the same stuff as in StarCraft, really. Just see what's coming, prepare for it, and yeah, it's pretty tough dealing with them, I remember. But I really don't have like any tips left. It's been like a year I played Supreme Commander, to be honest. Like, really played it.
Would you ever play a Showmance if you had the opportunity?
Only if somebody else would be really bad at it by now too. Like if he didn't practice and I didn't practice, or if I got some time to practice, then yes, maybe.
All right, cool. I was just really hoping for a tip because my friend does that. I rush the planes thing really early and he just harasses me to death with them. You have any shout-outs, thank yous, anybody like to say hi to?
Sure, as always, big thanks to Team Liquid, my team, and the community, and thank you to Razer, Sony Ericsson, and the Little App Factory, great sponsors, and thanks for the support.
Excellent. Thank you very much for the interview, TLO. I've been dying to get answers to those questions for a long time, and thank you so much for streaming. You're one of my favorite streamers.
Thank you.